Hi, fourth and fifth graders. Today we're going to be learning about fractions, and we are going to be learning about adding fractions. So we started learning about numerators and denominators yesterday, and today we're going to start learning how to add those numerators and denominators. We will be using the same denominators, and we are going to start by watching a little video and doing some review and get into adding fractions. Okay, any questions right now before I start the video? Okay, I'm going to play the video. I would like everybody to not make any noise while I'm playing the video. If you make noise, your friends are not going to be able to hear the video. So that is not kind, so we need to be quiet while the video is playing. All right, here we go. Turn up the volume.
How to add fractions with like denominators.
Start it again.
So you need to know how to add fractions. Well, today I'm going to show you how to add fractions with like denominators. Let's get into it.
Doodly doodle, doodly doodle, doodly doodles and digits. Area, symmetry, fractions too. It's all here for you.
I'm going to do a problem and I want you to see what you notice. Let's try this first one together. 2/8 plus 3/8. All right, now that you saw me solve that, what did we add? What stayed the same? What did you notice? The numerator is what we added. So why did we only add the numerator when we have the two denominators that are the same? We added the numerator because we are actually trying to find the total number of pieces. Quick review, in a fraction, the numerator tells you how many pieces of something we have, and the denominator actually tells you how many pieces you have in a whole. So when we are adding fractions, we are just trying to figure out how many total pieces we have together, not necessarily changing how many pieces we have in the whole. My favorite ways to solve adding fractions with like denominators is to draw a picture. So let's draw a picture of this problem right here.
2/12 plus 4/12.
Drawing a picture not only is a great way to show your thinking, but it's also a great way to check your work. So in case you accidentally add something incorrectly, you can go back, recount, and recheck your thinking. All right, let's try another one together. Let's do this problem right here.
3/6 plus 2/6.
Now that we've done a few together, I want you to try a few on your own.
2/4 plus 1/4. 1/8 plus 7/8. 2/6 plus 2/6.
So you might be wondering, what do we do if there's different denominators? Well, if you have different denominators, then you can't just simply add the numerators because the size of the piece is different. Follow along for another video I'm going to be doing on this soon about how to add fractions with unlike denominators. Have questions? Feel free.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about what we just learned on the video? So if there's no questions, we're going to keep going. And I wonder if my slides are not. See, next slide. Is that one blank? Okay, so here we go. So students will be able to add fractions with the same denominator. And you will be able to identify the numerator and denominator. You're going to be able to add fractions with common denominators, and you're going to be able to simplify fractions when possible. So I think what we're just going to do today is we will just add fractions with the same denominator. We will get into simplifying fractions in the next lesson tomorrow. So today we're just going to practice adding the fractions with the same denominators. Okay, before I go on to the next slide, does anybody have any questions? All right, I'm going to go on. Okay, so from yesterday, we have a little review. We want to talk about what we talked about yesterday so we all remember what the numerator and denominator are. Can anybody tell me what the numerator is? Yes, the numerator is the top number in a fraction. So it's the number of parts we have and the top number in a fraction. Does anybody remember from yesterday what the denominator is? Yes, the denominator is the bottom number in the fraction. So the denominator is the total equal parts and the bottom number in a fraction. So today we're just going to learn how to add fractions together with the same bottom number or denominator. Okay. Let's see if we can get this dark. Okay, so we have on our first slide here, we have a circle and it has 4 equal parts in it. So when we have 4 equal parts and 1 shaded in, it's 1/4. So 1 shaded in, 4 equal parts, 1/4. Okay, now we have a circle with 4 equal parts and there are 2 shaded in. So that is 2/4. And both, if you notice, both of our fractions, 1/4 and 2/4, they have the same number on the bottom or the same denominator. Okay, so here we go. We have 1/4 and 2/4 shown in 2 different ways. So up here is 1/4 because we have a fraction bar. And we have 4 cubes in our fraction bar, and we only have 1 that is shaded in. So that's 1/4. Down here, we have a fraction bar with 4 cubes as well, and 2 are shaded in. So that is 2/4. So we still have 4 cubes on each fraction bar, but there's different numbers that are filled in. This is 1 and this is 2. All right, any questions? All right, I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so can anybody tell me what the numerator tells us? Yes, the numerator tells us how many pieces we have. Can anybody tell me what the denominator tells us? Yes, the denominator tells us how many total pieces there are. Good job so far, you guys. Any questions? All right, good job. Did I skip one? Okay. So now we're going to be combining 2 fractions that have the same denominator. So we have 2/4 plus 1/4. So we already saw those pictures, right? So now we're going to add them together. So the denominator will stay the same and we only add the numerators because the numerators are different. The denominators will stay the same. So we'll have 4 on the bottom. So 1/4 plus 2/4, we add the 1 and the 2, and that is 3/4. Okay, any questions about this? Okay, we're going to move on. Okay, now we have an example. This is 2/5 plus 1/5. Can anybody tell me what the denominator is? Yes, it is 5. Because we see that there's a 5 here on the bottom and a 5 there on the bottom, sorry. A 5 here on the bottom and a 5 there on the bottom. So what do we do with the numerator, which is the top number? 2 and 1. Sorry, 2 is over here, 1 is over here on the top. Yes, we add the 2 and the 1 and we just bring the 5 down. 5 is on the bottom, it's 3/5. Good job. All right, any questions? All right. Good job, you guys. You guys are doing awesome. You guys are math rock stars. Okay. Now we've got another example. We are going to solve this together. So we have 3/8 plus 2/8. So we have the same denominator. That'll just go all the way down on the end on the bottom. And then we'll add 3 and 2. And we get 5/8. Okay, is everybody following along okay? All right, good job. Okay, we're going to practice here. You guys are going to tell me which problem we can add the easiest. So don't forget our rule is we add fractions when the denominators are the same. Okay, so number 1 is 1/6 plus 2/6. And then down here, number 2 is 1/6 plus 2/5. Could anybody tell me which one would be the easiest to add? That's right, number 1, because it's got the same what? Yes, denominator. Good job. So 1/6 plus 2/6 is 3/6. All right. Moving right along. So now I want you guys to get out a pencil and a piece of paper, and I want you guys to solve these 4 problems on your own. So when you are done with all 4, you're going to put your pencils down so I know that you have finished your work. If you have any questions, raise your hand and I'll come around and help you. Okay, I think everybody's all done. We're going to review these. So can anybody tell me what the answer for number 1 is? 1/3 plus 1/3. Who's got an answer? Yes, it's 2/3. Good job. Number 2, 2/7 plus 3/7. Does anybody tell me what the answer to that is? Yes, it's 5/7. Good job. Number 3, 4/10 plus 1/10. Yes, it's 5/10. And this is one of those that we can simplify. And we're going to work on simplifying tomorrow. All right. Did everybody draw a picture to show 2/5 plus 1/5? I'm going to go to the next slide. The answer, does anybody know? Yep, it's 3/5. So you should have drawn a picture to show 2/5 plus 1/5, and it needs to have the answer. Okay, so the answer is 3/5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cubes in our fraction bar. We colored, there's 3 that are shaded in. So now we've got 3 out of 5. So that's the answer for number 4. So now we could have drawn a circle with 5 triangles in it, right? You see the triangles? 3 are shaded out of 5, right? So 3 out of 5 is your answer. And I will show you by drawing the problem for you too. So we're going to draw the problem. So I will draw 3, let's see, what was it? 1/5 plus 2/5, right? So 1/5. See, I'm going to try this. Let's see if I can put my camera up. Okay, 1/5. Oops, we need a better pencil here. Let's see. Do we have something to write with around here? Well, I'll just write with this. Got a dried out marker. I need a better marker. It's just a better marker. This one doesn't kind of dried out. So let me grab the pencil and show you how you could have drawn this to get the answer. Okay, so we've got 1/5. Let's try this again. 1/5 Now my shapes are not going to be exactly even, but we can pretend that they're even. My drawings are not great. Okay, so 1/5 plus 2/5. You could have drawn a circle with 5 parts in it. You could have drawn fraction cubes with 5 parts and shaded them in. I am drawing the fraction bars with the cubes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to make sure I'm showing you the right thing. Okay, so we have, so this one's 1/5. I'll write that on there. 1/5 plus 2/5 equals 3/5. I'll draw the answer on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, so now we've got the answer. We've got 1/5 plus 2/5 equals 3/5. So you could have drawn that to help you figure out what the answer was. It's okay, it just wanted the answer, but if you needed to draw it to figure out the answer, that would have been just fine also. All right, are there any questions about these problems? Okay, we're gonna move on. Good job so far, you guys. All right, now we're gonna review. So, what stays the same when adding fractions with common denominators? Yes, the denominators stay the same. What numbers do we add? Can anybody tell me? Yes, we add the numerators. If the denominators are the same, we can very simply add just the numerators. So I've got a problem right here. 4/6 plus 1/6 equals, can somebody tell me the answer to that? Yes, it's 5/6. Good job. You guys are really catching on to this. Are there any questions? All right, so we're going to go over what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to have a little quiz to make sure you guys understand what we're doing. You're going to need to correctly add fractions with common denominators. And then you're going to remember the rules. You're going to add numerators and keep the denominators the same. I think you guys did a really good job today, and I think everybody's understanding this. After the quiz tomorrow, we're going to go over simplifying your answers. Okay, so if there's no more questions, thank you guys so much. You guys did a great job today.